Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope everyone's doing well on this fine Monday morning. You are tuning into Candid with Kenwal. This is a new video series that I am doing. In case you aren't familiar with, I have a main gaming channel where I post open world game news, superhero video games, and video essays where I go deeper into the gaming industry. Now, this is going to be my new channel where you're going to see me create that kind of stuff. You're going to see what happens in the background. You feel me? Every morning, I'm going to try and upload a stream that is featuring my research, me doing the knowledge. I'm going to be going to my favorite game websites. You're going to see me talking a bunch of shit, breaking down the news, and trying to formulate a video out of that. And then hopefully later in the night, I would want to show you guys how I game, my gaming habits, what it looks like when I'm gaming, that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to be more personable, and I want you guys to just sit down, tune in when you're in class, when you're at work. Just have something where it's like, you know what, this is nice entertainment. I can have it on in the background, or I could just tune in because he's breaking down news flawlessly. I don't know, but let's get it. Episode 1, Candid with Kenwal. Let's rock out. Let me show you guys what I usually do. So, boom. These are my tabs. I'm using Google Chrome. They tracking every second of me. I'm just playing. They are tracking me. Yeah, I remember when that incognito shit was out. Anyways, but first website. I was so, like, this morning, usually, it's a bad habit that I've been trying to kick. Every morning, I wake up and I go to my phone. Video Games Chronicle. I shouldn't be looking at my phone. Nobody should be looking at their phone within like the first hour when they wake up. I've been trying to stick to that, especially for this. So the news, I'm trying to get the news live. I'm trying to show my reaction to the news live because I don't want to ruin this. So let's do the first one. We got actually a bunch of topics. Now, I saved topics from this weekend that I want to talk about, but let's talk about the ones today. Shout out to VGC. I think they are one of the best. These are this is my favorite website that I like to go to for gaming news. Again, I don't really get into the other stuff like IGN. IGN never really got to me. And this is someone who has known about IGN for a long time. Like, I started when there was game trailers. I don't know if you guys remember that, but Game Trailers was a full-on website, and that was my main thing, and GameSpot. Those would be my two websites back when I was a kid. So IGN really wasn't there for me ever. But anyways, let's get it. MultiVersus is returning, which is just in time for what the head of DC Games said last week about the live service push. This is cool, I guess. I don't think I'm really going to watch it. I don't like MultiVerse. I think it's a dumb idea. It's like, yo, I want a Smash game. And then they don't do anything. It's like they saw Super Smash and was like, yo, we have these characters. Let's mix them up. But it's like they were all video game characters, and Smash Bros is one of a kind. The characters still have to make sense. I hate how there's Batman fighting Tom and Jerry, Steven Universe fighting the girl from Game of Thrones. Like, this idea just doesn't work to me. I think it's stupid. It's jarring. And unfortunately, this is one of the reasons why I think this game just dropped off. I think it did everything that it needed to do. It had a very good launch pipeline. But I just think it doesn't. I think one of the reasons why it doesn't work is because they just unloaded the whole WB roster, and the WB roster doesn't have synergy. Like, I just don't think Batman should be beating the shit out of a cat. I I think it just looks stupid. But yeah, if you were into MultiVersus, then this is for you. Let me see how it is. coming back May 28th. It's coming with a PvE mode, and it's running on Unreal Engine 5. Wait, some really exciting brand new personalities to the roster, new stages, improves the netcode, and new moves for each character. The game also shifted to Unreal Engine 5, and new PvE mode will be introduced. Nothing? Okay. Yeah, like it hit a peak. Like it did pretty well. I just don't think it's going to be able to get its own pocket in the live service free-for-all right now. I don't think it's going to be able to get its own pocket. But we'll see. Todd Howard revealed Fallout 5 secrets to the Fallout TV show's creator to avoid similarities. I think we made Fallout 6. Oh, the showrunner joked about. Yeah, cool. Let's see about. It's almost like we're Fallout 5. I don't want to sound presumptuous, but it's not. It's just a non-interactive version of it, right? Yeah. I think I was recording stuff earlier. I don't really care about this show. It looks okay. Yeah, that's about it. I don't think Fallout's gonna make a good TV show compared to The Last of Us, other types of games. Like it just some games just don't work as a TV show. I don't think Fallout's gonna be one of them. But a lot of Bethesda titles to me are just not. They're very boring to me. I don't think they jump out like the premise. But all right, let's see this week's WWE Tops the UK physical. So these are just the physical WWE 2K24, Final Fantasy Rebirth. I mean, that's good. Hogwarts Legacy again, Mario Kart. Yep. And then we're gonna get into these. I'm surprised Mario Wonders is still selling. I'm happy about that. I like that. Helldivers fell to 8. Mario vs. Donkey Kong is number 5. And then Grand Theft Auto is number 10. And it stayed number 10. Wow. Must be nice to have money. It must be nice. All right, Xbox Sea of Thieves. So in case you don't know, Xbox is bringing 4 games over this year. I think they're bringing over Pentiment, Hi-Fi Rush, Grounded, and Sea of Thieves. I think those are the 4 games that are coming. I think they should be, yeah. So right here. So Hi-Fi Rush is coming March 19th. That is next Tuesday. Grounded will be April 16th, and then Sea of Thieves will be April 30th, and I think Pentiment is already released. Yeah, Pentiment has already released. So this is the last one. Rare, right? I think Rare is the people that make this game. They said PlayStation helped a lot, and it's on top of the pre-order list. So PlayStation knew about this for a long time. I was watching my podcast, Last Stand Media, and Colin Moriarty was saying that PlayStation had to have known this because of the dev kits. They had to send Xbox the dev kits in advance so they can, of course, port it over. So, yeah, they knew about this for a long time while we were all freaking out about it. I don't care. I don't care about this. PUBG. Who the fuck plays PUBG? I'm just kidding. Paper Mario. Yeah, so now these are the things. These are the things I'd like to get into today. So the Mario movie has been confirmed, the sequel for 2026. That's pretty damn good. The movie came out in 2022. So that's 4 years. That's pretty good. That's typical for a movie like this. Around the same time it's going to be released as the first movie. I'm excited for what they're going to do. Bring my boy Yoshi. Yoshi's going to be goated in this movie. And I hope he plays a big role. I really hope Yoshi plays a big role in this movie. Even if they make him of course Yoshi shouldn't talk, but He should just be their dog, their road homie that comes with them. Like I also hope Mario and Luigi are in the movie a little bit more instead of just at the end. I really hope they don't separate Mario and Luigi again. It's the Super Mario Bros. Like isn't that what the movie is called? Yeah, the Super Mario Bros. And it was not featuring bros at all. It was just two of them separated. So I hope that doesn't happen in the sequel. But yeah, they're in pre-production. It seems like they're not in full production. They're working on set pieces and scheduling and stuff. So more will come in the next 2 years. Yeah, I'm hoping to see some more improvement with the script, not just fan service. Like the fan service was dope in the first movie, but I would like to see a more improved story with the next movie. All right, I read this. This is a great article. Shawn Layden talking about just the current landscape of gaming. He was talking about, he was one of the first people that talked about the ballooning budgets of how these games are getting very expensive. I actually, to plug myself, if you want to check that out. So, longer. All right. The longer the better. Pause. Yeah. This is literally it talking about it. Right here. You're about to hear my prepubescent voice. Nah, this is when I was like something years old.
Shut the fuck up.
But we shouldn't have to worry about that because
this one I wasn't even
out
on
anywhere.
And I didn't have a face cam.
Could have been though. I mean, just look at New Zealand.
This is COVID. Yeah, this is COVID.
Thanks, Florida. A week ago,
July 7th, 2020.
Shawn Layden, a.k.a. the no-neck Crash Bandicoot shirt guy, said the current AAA model is not sustainable and that he would not mind seeing the return of games going back to being 12 to 15 hours. Major AAA games in the current generation go anywhere from 80 million to 150 million or more to build, and that's before marketing. It's a huge
See? Like I was there. That's all I'm saying. I was there. So like it's now nice catching up with him, getting like these interviews where he was right. He was objectively right about this stuff. My only thing, of course, it's not a big gripe, but like I don't get why. I understand why, because we have the data. PlayStation spends a lot on their exclusives, but it's not like Xbox doesn't spend a lot on their exclusives. And it's not like other third-party publishers don't spend a lot on their AAA games. It just, to me, sometimes it sometimes feels like Sony is the one leading the charge on these big budget, but it's like it's everybody. Everybody's making it. Starfield was in the 200 millions to make. Cyberpunk was in the 200 millions to make. GTA 6 is $1 billion. Like it's not just PlayStation doing this shit. It's something that all the big publishers are doing. So I think it's time that we look at everybody. Like, what are you guys doing? Why isn't AAA development a little bit more contained since this has been the budgets have been going up for a long time, at least 5 years. So why who's not counting the money properly? Who's not organizing the money properly? That type of stuff. That's my question. Why is the money being mishandled this way? So I think, again, it's an industry question. It's not just PlayStation. But to me, it feels like they're always pointing the finger at PlayStation as the ones that's doing this. But let's get into it. Again, he's reiterated exclusivities will always be important. They will be important. All right. Let's go through it. I'm gonna read that. Have this. Let's check this new technology. I got this new plugin. Is this muted? Play.
Former CEO of Isai America and chairman of Worldwide Studios, Shawn Layden has reiterated
this
the
is
importance
Snoop
of
Dogg. I
exclusivity
wasn't
during
even
a
planning
recent
this.
podcast
This is an
appearance.
AI tool. All right. All right. Play all of it, you scum.
Speaking on the What's Up PlayStation podcast, the former Sony
This is hilarious.
executive spoke on the importance of first-party games and their function in the market.
Yo.
Speaking on it, what's a PlayStation?
What the hell? Come on. Is it going to play all this stuff?
Exclusivity will always be important. It helps focus and highlight the features of your platform. What can you do here technically that you can't do someplace else? But as your platform becomes established, as the market recognizes where you sit in that pantheon of gaming options, I think the necessity of exclusivity becomes a little bit less. In a recently published interview with GameSpeak, the former PlayStation frontman described the ballooning budgets of first-party games as their Achilles heel. When your costs for a game exceed $200 million, exclusivity is your Achilles heel, Layden told GameSpeak. It reduces your addressable market, particularly when you're in the world of live service gaming or free-to-play. Another platform is just another way of opening the funnel, getting more people in. Elsewhere in the podcast, Layden also spoke to PlayStation's exclusivity philosophy in its early years and how its focus on being an open platform for third parties differentiated it from Sega and Nintendo.
Yeah, that's right. I remember reading a book about that. Yes, I do remember PlayStation was a little bit different when it comes to this.
PlayStation was never a first-party driven platform. You look at Nintendo and Sega in the 90 seconds, their first-party output was the lion's share of the software market. You could publish on N64, but the top 10 games were always going to be Nintendo games on there. PlayStation always began with a third-party focus of the platform business. First party isn't there to steal market share from Electronic Arts or Square. First party is there to grow the pie bigger.
Oh, shit changed up. Shit changed up. That's crazy. I didn't know that. First party isn't there to steal the market share from Electronic Arts or Square. First party is there to grow the pie bigger. That's very interesting. I wonder why that changed. Definitely to do with green, that paper, that moolah. All my life I struggled just to get that moolah. Nah, yeah, that's why. That's interesting. That's very interesting. I want to come back to this. I definitely want to come back to this because I want to talk about this as well. Actually, wait. Because we are on PlayStation. Let's stick to PlayStation. So something crazy happened over the weekend. Stellar Blade comes out April 26th. Now, they had a demo that just dropped. This demo just dropped out of nowhere. People were able to play it. I was going to play it. I had time to download the demo, but I didn't react fast enough because I was editing. I regret that now, but yeah, they had a full demo that dropped. So this confirms that there will be a demo for this game. At least there should be a demo for this game. They created a demo. It'd be pretty pointless to not drop it, but I think marketing, they pulled it obviously due to marketing. It's a rollout. You don't want to just drop a demo randomly. Like no one knew this demo was coming out. So yeah, there was a demo that dropped. I wish I played. There's 40 minutes of the demo. I don't know if I could play it. I really don't know. I didn't even see it. We'll watch the first. We'll watch the first minute of it. We'll watch the first minute of it.
Come here.
Just jump around. Holy shit, she got bodied, bro. God damn. I don't know how I'm feeling about this game. I think it's probably going to be a backlog game. Something about it just doesn't, I don't know, it's not clicking to me. Something about this game. I hope it's good though. The state of play for it definitely opened it up. Yeah, there's something about it. But I do like the girl character, the main character, how she looks. Yeah. How she looks, like, I love this. Don't get me wrong, I like the realistic, grounded looking girl characters. Like, I love how Ellie looks. I love the character design of Ellie, especially in part 2. She looks really cool. But I also love the exaggerated, sexy female character, protagonist. I love that. I really love that. I don't know who doesn't. All I'm saying is there's room for both, people. There's room for both. But Stellar Blade demo, yeah. If you played it, if you were the lucky one that played it, let me know how that is. Now, another big news. We knew this studio wasn't doing good for a while. We had the studio head leave, like, I think 2 years ago. I think he left 2 years ago. One thing that I find hilarious about PlayStation is this is why you keep everything close to your chest. PlayStation has had big fails. I mean, they were big fails. Their Last of Us factions Last of Us faction should have been a lot bigger deal, but because we didn't know a lot about the project, it was swept under the rug. And that's what happened. That's what's unfortunate. Xbox, because of how bad they messed up with the Xbox One, they had to do a little bit more to please the people, which means being more open, being trying to be less corporation-like, trying to be buddy-buddy with the consumer, and now that literally, they got pied in the face by that. PlayStation and Nintendo, when they have failures, it's not like we knew shit. We didn't know anything that was going on. We just knew the announcement, and that's it. So that's why a lot of PlayStation stuff gets swept under the rug, because hey, they kept it close to their chest. We don't know how big of a failure it was. We just know it didn't work out. Like PlayStation, their mobile effort, they lost I think they lost one of the guys. So originally they had an Apple App Store guy come lead their mobile, but that failed. So PlayStation has been taking L's. It's not that known. It's not that known because we didn't know much about the project. So Deviation Games, again, I think they announced this back at the not the Game Awards, the German one. What's the German show? Whatever. The German game show that Jeff Keighley does. It's not Summer Games Fest because that's not in Germany, but it'll come to me. This studio was announced then. It was led by two Call of Duty developers. And now it's come to find out that on LinkedIn, I want to express my deepest gratitude to the entire team. Thank you for all the hard work. Yeah. So this was a hush-hush kind of layoff during the hush-hush layoff during the other layoffs. That's what I'm assuming. All deviators is corny. I get it. But yeah. Yeah, this dude left in 2020. Yeah, so 2 years ago he left, about 2 years ago. So yeah, Deviation Games is done. We don't know what the hell they're working on. That should come probably in the next year. We'll probably start learning more information about Last of Us factions, all that stuff. I can't wait to NDAs fail, dude. Like, I live for this shit. I want to know what happened. I want to know what Last of Us factions was going to be. I want to know what this game was going to be, but time will tell. We will find out what this game was going to be. It's I would say it's a shame, but not really. Again, we don't know what's going on. This is a situation, right, guys? I start a publisher. I really want to start a publisher, by the way. Like, I would love to start a publisher, video game publisher. I got money, right? I got fucking money. I can buy like top people, top CEOs. I'm a risk it with Bobby Kotick. I'm a risk it with this dude. This dude, what people don't like to admit is this guy made Call of Duty come out every goddamn year since 2000. What? Since Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty, every Call of Duty. Look what this man did. Look what the fuck this dude did. This dude had Call of Duty since Call of Duty 2. 2005, right? When did Bobby Kotick become CEO of Activision? 1991. Okay, since 1991 he was all right. So like I said, 2005, bro. 2005. He's had Call of Duty come out every single year. Every single year, bro. With a campaign, with a multiplayer. That, like, and then some games have zombies. If I'm opening a publisher, this guy's becoming CEO. Deadass. This guy is crazy. That's crazy. The two things could be true at once. He did some bad shit, yes. I'm pretty sure he's connected to some fucking some conservatives that I don't like. I'm pretty sure I've heard he's connected to some conservatives I don't mess with. But hey, man, if I got a lot of money and I'm opening up a publisher, best believe I would try and get this guy to run my publisher. I would try and get that because I want to be number one. Fuck that. I want to be number one. I want a piece of the pie. I'm not watching I'm Just Ken. That shit is crazy. Even though I do go by Ken. But I'm not supporting that bullshit. Speaking of, I've noticed since this whole Barbie thing has come out, bro, I've met so many people that go by Ken. I've met a lot of Kenneths, Kennys. Nobody with my name, because my name is I don't know where the hell my parents got my name from. This shit is rare as a motherfucker, bro. Shit is so rare. The PlayStation sales hit 120 million. Gen 9 will be the biggest generation of all time. Another 65 million to go. Ooh. That's going to be hard to do because they said this year it would stagnate. It would stagnate this year. I don't know if they could do it. It would be cool if they did it. I got to watch this movie. I got to watch Oppenheimer. I didn't win it. Best Picture, of course, it was going to win. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have picked American Fiction. But hey, that's just me. Kanye West's new album. Like, this is the shit in Dragon's Dogma. This is crazy. This is the girl from Final Fantasy 16, Baldur's Gate 3, Avatar. Is this supposed to be Walter White, Handsome Squidward, Scooby? This looks like Tobey Maguire. I know my camera's blocking it. This is the dude from Berserk. This is Geralt. I don't know who this chick is. This dude kind of looks like Mads Mikkelsen. I don't know what that's supposed to be. But that may be Leon. Leon from Resident Evil. Let's keep it going. What did Ant-Man have to say? Ant-Man on Lakers shooting 29 free throws. Oh. It's tough. It's tough every night when we don't get the free throws at the line. When one player shoots more free throws than your entire team, it's tough. It's tough to compete. You want to compete, and if every time they get the ball, all right. Oh, these are cool. These are cool. I like that. I don't know if they're real, but I don't care about Star Wars like that. Hey, Al Pacino's still doing well, man. This dude's good for him, bro. Let's hear the speech. These kind of, when I hear them speak, it kind of makes me sad, bro, because you can always hear when someone's old when they're talking, like when they're out of like air and they're talking. So it's like that type of breathing. I'm like, damn, bro. Father Time's approaching.
One will take the award for Best Picture. And I have to go to the envelope for that. And I will. Here it comes. And my eyes see Oppenheimer.
Word. All right. It still seems like he's keeping himself in shape. He's got to keep himself in shape for his newborn child, you know. His newborn child at the age of fucking close to 90. That's crazy. You see what that money does? You see, you're not ugly. You're just broke. You're not ugly. You're just broke. The European Commission breached EU privacy rules when using Microsoft 365. I'm not gonna lie, Tom Warren, this is that real business shit. I don't really have time for all that. But yeah. Oh, this dude got injured. Damn. He was good. Rockets is a nice team. They're a young team in the West that's just gonna have to develop. Hopefully their players develop. So yeah, I hope a lot of their players develop. Jalen Green, that dude. I don't really watch a lot of the Rockets. I know he's their up and coming star. He just got. Yo, that's crazy. He's 22. He's 22, and he got that. That chick is fine, bro. That chick is fine. Draya Michelle. And she's from Pennsylvania. I think she's from Reading. Nothing good comes out of Reading, Pennsylvania. I'll tell you that much. Nothing good. They got some fake-ass Japanese pagoda that's there. And that's it. It's pretty much that and Draya Michelle. That's the only good shit that's come out of Reading, Pennsylvania. And whenever you go to Reading, Pennsylvania, whenever you go to PA, don't go to PA. Just stick to Pittsburgh. But not even Pittsburgh. Just stick to Philly. Stick to Philadelphia. Yeah, this chick is fine, bro. This chick is fine. God damn. I think she already had a kid with some other dude. 39, and she's having another kid. Like Jalen Green, my guy. Was not familiar with your game, bro. Was not familiar with the game. That's pretty nice, especially after that video you had dry humping your mans. That was weird, but you way to rebound, bro. Way to rebound. God damn. He shot up the club. He shot that shit up. God damn. Last thing. I think this is the last news article that we'll do today. This is the last one. It's insider gaming. This is shit's about to get serious real quick, bro. This is about to be a serious topic. We're gonna end it on a crazy note. First Candid with Kenwal. This is about to be crazy. This is about to get crazy. Because we're gonna be talking about mass shootings. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because, unfortunately, with a lot of mass shooters, they have the paper trail. It always comes from like a gaming background. Like a lot of them come from, they get into these alt-right groups from gaming, in case you don't know. So that's what made this article jump out to me. It just sucks that these mass shooters are like fucking coming from games or just associated, because a lot of gamers are not like that. The majority of gamers are not. We're not evil people. We just love playing games. And, of course, we're going to have the bad ones. So this is really important. Again, the bread trail, the paper trail from a lot of mass shooters in America, they get into these alt-right groups. And what funneled them to the alt-right groups is some kind of game. A gaming community brings that. So let's get into it.
Gaming companies are coordinating with the FBI and Department of Homeland Security to root out so-called domestic violent extremist content, according to a new government report. Noting that mechanisms have been established with social media companies to police extremism, the report recommends that the national security agencies establish new and similar processes with the vast gaming industry. The exact nature of the cooperation between federal agencies and video game companies, which has not been previously reported, is detailed in a new Government Accountability Office report. The report draws on interviews conducted with 5 gaming and social media companies, including Roblox, an online gaming platform, Discord, a social media app commonly used by gamers,
Yeah,
Reddit,
Discord's a big one.
as well as a game publisher and social media company that asked.
Discord's a really big one. As you know, like, you could fucking be reckless as shit on there. You could be reckless as a motherfucker on there, bro. It's the goddamn internet. It's the Wild Wild West. So, yeah. That's let me shut up.
The GAO to remain anonymous. The Intercept reached out to the companies identified in the GAO report for comment, but none responded on the record at time of publication. The Federal Bureau of Investigation (FBI) and the Department of Homeland Security have mechanisms to share and receive domestic violent extremism threat-related information with social media and gaming companies, the GAO says. The report reveals that the DHS Intelligence Office meets with gaming companies and that the companies can use these meetings to share information with either DHS's Intelligence Office about online activities promoting domestic violent extremism, or even simply activities that violate.
Wait, hold on. The fuck is the INA? Share the information with the INA. Oh, DHS Intelligence. Okay. That's what. Okay.
EA.
Shut up.
EA.
What the fuck? What are you doing?
DHS's Intelligence Office about online activities promoting domestic violent extremism, or even simply activities that violate the company's terms of service. Through its 56 field offices and hundreds of resident agencies' subordinate field offices, the FBI receives tips from gaming companies of potential lawbreaking and extremist views for further investigation. The FBI also conducts briefings to gaming companies on purported threats.
Okay.
GAO warns that FBI and DHS lack an overarching strategy to bring its work with gaming companies in line with broader agency missions. Without a strategy or goals, the agencies may not be fully aware of how effective their communications are with companies, or how effective their information sharing mechanisms serve the agency's overall missions, the GAO says. The report ends with a recommendation that both agencies develop such a strategy, a recommendation that DHS concurred with, providing an estimated completion date of June 28 this year.
Okay, June 28th. I gotta remember that. See what happens. There should be some follow-up.
All I can think of is the awful track record of the FBI when it comes to identifying extremism. Hassan Pika, a popular Twitch streamer who often streams while playing video games under the handle Hassan Abi, says of the mechanisms. They're much better at finding vulnerable teenagers with mental disabilities to take advantage of. The GAO's investigation, which covers September 2022 to January 2024, was undertaken at the request of the House Homeland Security Committee, which asked the government auditor to examine domestic violent extremist use of gaming platforms and social media. While there is no federal law that criminalizes domestic violent extremism as a category of crime, since 2019 the U.S. government has employed 5 domestic terrorism threat categories. These are defined by the FBI and DHS as racial A ethnically motivated violent extremism, anti-government A anti-authority violent extremism, animal rights, or environmental violent extremism, abortion-related violent extremism, and all other domestic terror threats.
What the fuck? Abortion-related violent extremism? Wow.
The GAO's investigation, which covers September 2022. The GAO study also follows pressure from Congress to top gaming companies to crack down on extremist content. Last March, Senate Judiciary Committee Chair Dick Durbin, Democrat Illinois, sent letters to gaming companies Valve, Activision Blizzard, Epic Games, Riot Games, Roblox Corp., and Take-Two Interactive demanding that they take actions to police gamers. Unlike more traditional social media companies, which in recent years have developed public-facing policies addressing extremism, created trust and public safety teams, and released transparency reports, online gaming platforms generally have not utilized these tools, Durbin wrote in a letter to Attorney General Merrick Garland. In the letter, Durbin requested a briefing from the Justice Department on what channels exist for DOJ and the online video game industry to communicate and coordinate on the threat of the online video games by extremists and other malicious actors.
Hey, Speechify here. You have exceeded your daily HD word limit. In order to continue enjoying your experience with high-quality voices, please upgrade your subscription
the federal
by
government's
clicking the upgrade
interest
button.
in combating
If you are not ready to
extremism has
upgrade,
risen
you can
sharply
continue
following the
listening with
January
non-HD
6 storming
voices.
of the Capitol. On his first full day in office, President Joe Biden directed his national security team to conduct a comprehensive review of federal efforts to fight domestic terrorism, which the White House has
I'm
deemed
gonna have to buy premium.
the most urgent terrorism threat facing the United States, greater than foreign terrorist groups like the Islamic State group. Biden's directive resulted in the first ever national strategy for fighting domestic terrorism, released by the White House in June 2021. The strategy mentions online gaming platforms as a place where recruiting and mobilizing individuals to domestic terrorism occurs. According to the national strategy, the intelligence community assessed that extremists emboldened by events like January 6 pose an elevated threat to the homeland, and that DVE domestic violent extremist attackers often radicalize independently by consuming violent extremist material online and mobilize without direction from a violent extremist organization, making detection and disruption difficult.
Holy fuck, there's a lot to this. God damn. God damn, bro. All right, the federal government says that sharing information with gaming comes as another avenue to identify and combat extremism. The government also recognizes that there are constitutional and legal questions about Americans' free speech rights. According to the GAO report, both the FBI and DHS indicated that they are proceeding with caution in light of federal litigation on such matters, including one case on its way to the Supreme Court. In response to the 2022 lawsuit brought by attorneys general in Missouri and Louisiana, a federal judge last year prohibited the FBI, DHS, and other federal agencies from communicating with social media companies to fight what they consider misinformation. Okay. Federal law enforcement and intelligence have long focused on gaming as an avenue for both radicalization and as a backdoor platform for extremists to communicate. A 2019 internal intelligence assessment jointly produced by the FBI, DHS, and the Joint Special Operations Command and the National Counterterrorism Center, and obtained by The Intercept, warns that violent extremists could exploit functionality of popular online gaming platforms and applications. The assessment lists half a dozen U.S.-owned gaming platforms that it identifies as popular, including Blizzard Entertainment Battle.net, Fortnite, PlayStation, Xbox Live, Steam, and Roblox. We must stop the glorification of violence in our society, former President Donald Trump said in 2019 after mass shooting in El Paso, Texas, and Dayton, Ohio. This includes the gruesome video games that are now in commonplace. No. The GAO report cites over a dozen expert participants in their survey, including 3 from the Anti-Defamation League, as well as the Pentagon-funded RAND Corporation and several academic institutions. The Anti-Defamation League has testified to Congress multiple times about extremist use of gaming platforms. In 2019, ADL's then senior vice president of international affairs, Sharon Nazarian, was asked by Rep. Ted Deutsch, whatever that is, if gaming platforms are monitored and if there's a way AI can be employed to identify those sorts of conversations. Nazarian replied that gaming platforms need to be better regulated. Woo! Okay. Like I said, I wasn't really expecting this first episode to go this way, but hey, it just comes with the territory. Of course, this isn't really going to be political. Like, we're going to bring up, of course, the parties. I'm going to bring up a few parties, but if it calls for it, it calls for it. Like I said, I'm not afraid of going political as long as it makes sense. I am a gaming channel. I'm not really going to be, unless this intersects with gaming, then, of course, it's going to have to be had. It's going to have to be had. But long story short, the feds are in cahoots. All right, the feds are in talks with companies like Roblox, Xbox Live, PlayStation, all the biggest games, Fortnite. They are in conversation with the top brass, top level people when it comes to monitoring the online community. Now, I have a few questions. Actually, no, I have a lot of questions. I want to know how this would work because a lot of these games are played by little kids. I don't think a lot of people would like that. We clearly know people, oh my God, people would lose their shit. We already saw that with the schools and all that stuff, so people would not like that. So that's one thing they're going to have to address. 2, now, they said some Democrat already sent a letter to these gaming companies that they should do a better job at monitoring the online communities. But here's the thing that that gets left out of these conversations. Okay, so, all right, I'm this guy And we're going to go like, yo, you need to do a better job of monitoring because it does A, B, C, D, all these. It has a foolproof plan. Now, it's objectively true. They should monitor these communities. Now, the only thing is, there's still a machine that makes everything work. These gaming companies, their primary focus is providing the best product to their consumers, right? They already have systems in place to do that, which are the developers. Developers, they have the artists, you have your game designers, you have the programmers, yada yada. That is already built in place. That system is working as intended. Now, all of a sudden, the feds come in and the government comes in and is like, yo, Xbox, PlayStation, yada yada. Y'all need to do something about this. Are they gonna establish any help with these companies? Are they gonna put a system in place to help these companies monitor? Like, is it just gonna be them that's monitoring the online communities? Because, hey, I'm gonna keep it a buck. These game companies, that is not their primary focus. Now, I think it would be great for society if they made a conscious decision to do that, but we're talking about being realistic here. That's not realistic. They would not do this unless this significantly benefits the company. This benefits the world, I think. But hey, our priorities are not straight right now. The only priority right now is that green, that money. That's the only thing. So, like I said, yeah, you could put out a notice, but if there is not a way that you can logistically put this system for these companies, help them out, give them money or an type of incentive, they're not gonna do this shit. They're gonna do the bare minimum. Yeah, you say bitch or something, you're gonna get banned. That's how much they can do. Now, again, AI, we'll see how AI is gonna come in the future. I know China has like this technology where they track your face, so then it could tell when you're past the curfew for games in China. I don't think we would get like that, but there are types of technology that's out there. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, if there's no proper system in handling this kind of stuff, these gaming companies are not gonna take it seriously. They're just not, because it's a lot of work that has to be put in place for this to work properly. Again, this article is just saying that the FBI and people adjacent to the FBI are having conversations with the top gaming companies. That's just what they're saying. Again, like I said, a lot like you know what, that's gonna be the thumbnail. That's gonna be the thumbnail right here. I'm gonna go like, video games can cause violence. That's what it's gonna be. Can cause violence, and then you're gonna have to look into the video. That's it. That's the clickbait. But no, seriously, it's adjacent. Of course, playing video games, there's been studies on it. It does not cause violence. It does not make you want to cause fucking mass murder. But what's unfortunate is that due to games being that's the one of the best parts about being a gamer and playing these games. They have online communities to meet other friendly people. Again, the majority, we're not crazy. We're not trying to do this type of stuff. We're just trying to have a good time. And these online games that can do this, they do an amazing job at this. They do such an amazing job at this. But unfortunately, what's hard to prevent is stuff like this. A stuff of an event where, hey, 10 bad people become friends. It's not a really good way to prevent something like that. It's organic for the most part. It's just organic. So I don't know what's going to have to happen. I don't know how they're going to do this, but something should be done. It's better than doing nothing. So we'll see. It's just very interesting that gaming becomes the forefront. to me, gaming, a lot of people don't notice gaming is the front runner with a lot of this stuff. It's a pioneer. Social media would not be what it is without gaming. Xbox Live, but going back to just having LAN, all that stuff, gaming has been the front runner with this stuff. And that's why it always demands its respect. I always debate, like, whenever gaming gets taken a backseat from compared to other industries, it's disrespectful because like I said, gaming is the pioneer. Gaming is the shit. But again, it's crazy how such a big and important issue like this, gaming is being looked at. It becomes back into the conversation. It's very interesting that these events have played out. But we will see. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's very interesting. I don't think games are gonna like significantly get impacted. But I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen to online games. Go play single player games. I don't know. If something happens, go play single player games. That shit ain't gonna happen in single player games. I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's that. If you guys liked it, like and subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. This is gonna be lit. Have fun. Have a great day. Have a great productive week. Peace.